Name's Washington. Silly name, I know. But, been getting a radio call recently, hiding out in this bunker. Not quite sure who it's from, some sort of distress signal. I haven't exactly been looking forward to leaving this cozy little home away from home. The familiar sound of shit blowing up in the distance. Although it piqued my curiosity, I could see this was probably not something I wanted to get involved in. And besides, I think I have bigger fish to fry. The distress signal I was hearing was coming from some fella named Garvey. This robot right here I came to know was Codsworth. He'd seen me a couple times through town. Seemed to think I was somebody I wasn't. Not quite sure why. Probably just some faulty wiring. Hadn't exactly been here very long. Town of Sanctuary. More or less just passing through. Although somehow I always seem to find a little bit something that I overlooked the first time or two. Oh, great. Another dead fuck. Looks like he's probably been here a couple hours, maybe a day. Poor bastard. Not really my problem, though. Couldn't help but notice this red rocket. Pretty sure that's what it's called. This dog here's been trying to get my attention. At least he's not like the other mutts I see roaming around, trying to take a bite out of me. But I'm not really a pet person. If I remember correctly, this Garvey guy said he was down in Concord. Not really the best place to be right now. I'm guessing that's why he's got that distress signal. I was hoping the chickens wouldn't give away my position to any onlookers. Should there be any, that is. No, I was keen to just make my way in, grab Garvey, whoever else he has, and get him out of there. Seemed like somebody killed this chicken here. I guess this chicken's not gonna be crossing the road anytime soon. Since I'm already here, might as well take a look around. See if there's anything I can use. Never know what's gonna come in handy.
Sweet.
Looks like I found a Ruger. I decided to give it a go. Had quite a few bullets for it anyway. Looks like I just found lunch. Here's hoping I live long enough to eat it. Didn't take a genius to figure out something wasn't quite right here. think I'll approach this one nice and cautious. Seems Garvey finally got the attention of somebody other than ghouls. Although I'm sure he's not exactly happy about it. Nothing else I can use for this one. I'm gonna have to get a little closer. So much for the element of surprise. Nothing worthwhile. I wonder if that's Garvey over there. He's putting up one hell of a fight. I think it's about time I got a little closer. This Garvey guy seemed on edge.
I've lost visual contact.
I was kind of wondering if we were still alone or not, but it was hard to tell.
Hey, up here, on the balcony. I've got a group of settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please!
Well, if this was Garvey, he sure was making it pretty apparent what he needed anyway. And my fellow comrades. We were having a rough time here. These sick bastards even have children fighting for them. That's a bad doggy. Okay. Trying to get a moment to breathe. See if there's anything worthwhile to scavenge from these, let's say, ne'er-do-wells. It's a pretty good word for them. After a quick reprieve, I decided it was time to do what I came here for. Figure out if I could help this Garvey guy out of the predicament he found himself in. This could turn real bad real quick. And they hadn't seemed to notice me yet. Rather than engage him right now, perhaps the best thing to do would be to head for that doorway to the right. kids. And perhaps... perhaps we'll have to delve a little deeper into this. This Ruger certainly was serving me well. There wasn't really a lot of time to take in what was going on. I just knew I was getting shot at, and I had to shoot back. Well, I had the time. I thought it'd be smart to grab what I could. You know, for everything that it was worth me trying to help this Garvey fella out, I didn't actually know too much about him. For all I knew, he could be another charlatan. Some asshole trying to get the drop on me. Made my way down to the basement. I could hear the whirring of a machine. Seemed like there was a small stockpile of some makeshift weaponry. Yeah, the lock posed a little bit of trouble, but I can be rather persistent. A fusion core. And that might come in handy.
Let's just get the hell out of here. We got no reason to hang around and get
Sounds like there's some more of them over there.
shot. Stop being such a fucking pansy. Hold out for the others. Who's there?
Feel that? It's called fear.
I never really got too used to seeing people die in front of me. And hopefully this Garvey guy would be worth it. And the funny thing is, this place, so familiar to the NCR. Seen the accomplishments of the military over time. I wondered to myself where exactly the NCR fit into it all.
I'm coming in there, and we're gonna skin every last one of you.
Come on, man. They ain't going nowhere. We got other shit to deal with.
You hear that? I gotta go take a little walk. I'll be back. Okay.
I'll find you.
It seemed like that was the last of them. That Garvey guy was over there. I just knew it. I guess I'd find out shortly if I was right or wrong to come here. I was still kind of weary, but I decided I'd been out there alone for too long.
Man, I don't know who you are, but your timing's impeccable. Preston Garvey, Commonwealth Minuteman.
Glad to help.
Well, if that's true, we could use some more goodwill. As you can see, we're in a bit of a mess here.
Please, go on.
A month ago, there were 20 of us. Yesterday, there were 8. Now we're 5. First, it was the ghouls in Lexington, and now this mess.
Sorry. Sounds rough.
Thanks. It's good to meet someone who really cares. Anyway, we figured Concord would be a safe place to settle. Those raiders proved us wrong. But, well, we do have one idea.
One good idea can make all the difference.
Sturgis. Tell him.
There's a crashed vertibird up on the roof. Old school. Pre-war. You might have seen it. Well, looks like one of its passengers left behind a seriously sweet goodie. We're talking a full suit of cherry T-45 power armor. Military issue.
I like it.
Yeah, I thought you might. Protection with an added bonus. Get the suit. You can rip the minigun right off the vertibird. Do that, and those raiders get an express ticket to hell. You dig?
Minigun. Now we're talking.
I know, right? Only there's one hitch. The suit's out of juice. Probably been dry for 100 years. It can be powered up again. But we're a bit stuck.
I'll help if I can.
What you'll need is an old pre-war FC. A standardized fusion core. Your high-grade, long-term nuclear battery used by the military and some companies way back when. And we know right where to find one.
But we can't get to the damn thing. It's down in the basement. Locked behind a security gate. Look, I fix stuff. I tinker. Bypassing security ain't exactly my forte. You could give it a shot.
Actually, I already grabbed the fusion core. We're set.
Well, all right. Maybe our luck's finally turning around. Once you jack the core into the power armor and grab that minigun, those raiders will know they picked the wrong fight. Good luck.
It sounded like my work was going to be cut out for me.
Hell yeah.
This all seemed a bit crazy, helping these strangers like this.
Careful, kid. There's something coming.
For some reason, when I saw this older lady,
It's
I couldn't help but think
angry.
she was some sort of a drug dealer. Perhaps dealing drugs out of one of the houses in Sanctuary. It was insane because I just hadn't seen her there.
Yes.
Not quite sure why that thought crossed my mind, but I decided to let it go for now. I wasn't exactly a police officer, and it wasn't my business whether she was dealing drugs or not. And besides, we all had bigger problems to deal with at the moment. There was going to be a lot of angry raiders out there. Apparently, I stubbed my toe. It hurt really bad. In fact, I thought my leg was broken. It's ridiculous, I know. But for some reason... perhaps I was carrying too much. I'd have to rectify that. This was a familiar scene to me. Seemed like more soldiers had died out here. Shouldn't have been surprised.
Up here. Boss! We got somebody up here!
Come on. probably going to be the most problematic of the bunch. Couldn't quite tell what was going on down there.
Places to be.
I'm gonna have to find a way back down. Power armor wasn't exactly my thing. Although Garvey had suggested it.
Waiting, asshole. Come on, I got places to be.
Perhaps I didn't have to go down there quite yet after all.
Come on, I got places to be. Nothing to worry about.
Yeah, they got me pretty good. Seemed like there was a bit of a problem over there. Come on. And what was going on over there? Well, we tried it Garvey's way. It's time to start making some moves.
No way I could pick this.
I'm sure this Molotov will come in handy. It would appear I still have one rather large problem. How am I going to deal with it, though? Seems those raiders were good for something after all. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. I guess I should check back in on Garvey and the others.
Where's the possum?
That was a pretty amazing display. I'm just glad you're on our side.
The feeling's mutual, Preston.
You can never have too many friends. Not in the Commonwealth. Listen, when we first met, you said you were glad to help. Well, you did. And we owe you our lives. So here. It ain't much, but it's the best way I can say thank you.
I didn't do it for money.
Hey, sorry. I'm used to everyone being in it only for themselves. You know, you remind me of my friends. The other Minutemen. The ones who gave their lives for something bigger than themselves. You should come with us to Sanctuary. We could use the help.
All right, Garvey. I'm in.
Oh, that's wonderful. But there's more to your destiny, isn't there? I've seen it. And I know your pain.
Couldn't really tell what this old lady was talking about.
Don't give me that destiny crap.
I just saw you go toe-to-toe with a 20-foot-tall irradiated lizard. You telling me you can't keep an open mind after that?
No. No, I
It's
can't.
all right, Preston. Not everyone understands the sight. But I don't need you to believe. I just need you to listen. You're a man out of time, out of hope. But all's not lost. I can feel...
Bullshit. You're trying to play me for a fool.
And even I don't need the sight to tell you
Right.
the great green jewel.
You've told me nothing. It's all just guesswork.
Look, kid,
Mama Murphy, we talked about this. That junk.
I didn't know what the hell this lady was talking about. Destiny and all that.
Kill you.
Shush, Preston. We're all gonna die eventually. We're gonna need the sight. And our new friend here, he's gonna need it too. Now let's get going. Sanctuary awaits.
All right, folks. Thanks to our friend here, it's safe to move out. We're heading for that place Mama Murphy knows about. Sanctuary. It's not far.
She knows about it? You mean she had one of her visions while she was stoned out of her gourd? And now you want us to just head out on another wild goose chase based on no better plan than Mama Murphy saw it?
It can
Oh,
hardly
hold
turn
on,
out any
hold on.
worse than...
Everybody just take it easy. We're all in this together, right? So Marcy, you got a better idea of what we should do next? Anybody? Well then, Sanctuary it is. Let's just hope it lives up to its name.
Come on, June, it's time to go.
Oh, okay.
We're right behind you, boss.
I hoped for the civilian sink that Preston knew what he was talking about. All this talk of Minutemen and the uniform he wore. Was he in the NCR like me? Were these Minutemen some division that he was perhaps from? And if so, what happened to the rest of his unit?
I still can't believe you took that thing out.
First time I've seen one of these things up close. I'm very glad it's already dead.
I think we're all glad that it's already dead, Preston. Garvey were probably the only ones capable of keeping this ragtag group alive. God forbid we run into another death cloud here. I doubt we'd be so fortunate as the first time.
Can't say I'm gonna miss this festering boil on the ass end of the Commonwealth. No offense if you're from here or something.
Garvey and his people were heading back to Sanctuary. However, I still needed to look out for myself in this case.
Hell yeah.
Seemed like I couldn't leave these people alone for more than a minute without them getting themselves into trouble. Thankfully, Preston took care of the problem. And I went back to making sure I could eat tonight.
Won't be able to pick this.
I'd have to come back for that safe later.
Well, look at that. I think I just found my new vacation home.
Your idea of heaven, eh, Sturgis? Could be some good salvage in there. Let's get to Sanctuary first, though. I think we're close.
There was something ominous about the night around here. You could barely see right in front of you. I decided I'd just go ahead of them. I had quite a bit to put away, and also it'd be nice to stake my claim. Wouldn't want the newcomers to think they can go through my stash. Who knows, maybe they can help clean this place up. I see Codsworth is still working on whatever it was he was doing previously. He'd probably be at it for a while still, tinkering long into the night. Well, he might actually have some company this time. There were those gunshots again off in the distance. I wonder if it was Preston and his people. I'd only left them for about a minute. But it seems they might have already gotten themselves into trouble. Super mutants. Not exactly a common sight around here. Jesus, Garvey, can't a guy get a moment to rest around here? I figured I could talk to Garvey and the others come tomorrow morning. Find out exactly what their intentions were. If they were planning on just stopping here shortly, or if they were trying to make it more long-term. Either way, it was about time to take a well-deserved nap. Find out more in the